get ready, tune in, unwind. It's the Smoke World Podcast. It's time to talk about what's happening, baby. So run, don't crawl. It's the Smoke World Podcast. It's time to think. So go ahead and get yourself a smooth drink. It's the Smoke World Podcast. Light up your cigar, put your feet up, and don't go too far. So tune in weekly in your car, at home, or on your phone, and listen in the Smoke World Podcast, hosted by Stone.
What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Smoke World. I'm your host, Stone, so go grab that stick, go grab a glass, whatever you're drinking. Let's sit back and have a conversation. Again, guess what? We're live, L-I-V-E, live at the lounge. Got sketches, and we are honored today to have a guest. That's right, we got guests at Tobacco Field. My brother from another mother, Brother Hyman, Grouchy Monkey Cigars. What's up, man? What's happening, bro?
Hey, Kev Stone from Smoke World, my friend.
Man. Bro, now this is I always love talking to people who go from customer to now a brown owner with the cigar, because a lot of us, we sit in the lounges, we all got these ideas and concepts that we're going to make a cigar as smokers. I only can speak for me, I guess, maybe. But I've known over a dozen individuals by doing this podcast where a group of guys or girls get together and say, you know what, I think I'm going to create a cigar. And the difference between the guest thumb and me, they actually do it. And you, my brother, actually have done that. So I want to kind of get a little background. We'll try to get a little pedigree on folks, where you're from, and what made you decide to take that next step.
All right, so I'm from Miami, Florida. I am in the crazy, overly busy, overly expensive city of Miami, Florida.
Born and raised?
Well, I was actually born in Brooklyn, but my parents...
Whoa. Come on, you gotta, come on, son. Come on, son.
Listen, my parents walked to school in the snow with one shoe on.
Oh, right.
20 miles.
20 miles with one shoe.
Shit, all the same bath water, same clothes.
Wow.
Exactly. So you know that. So, yeah.
What part of Brooklyn, man? I'm curious.
Canarsie.
Wow,
Yeah, I was
Canarsie.
born in Brooklyn Women's Hospital, but I don't remember. They came to Miami Beach and wanted to make a good life for us and did a great job. Amazing family.
All right. I'm also from Brooklyn, so I know what
my
Canarsie. I'm
peeps.
from East New York.
My peeps.
I'm from Brooklyn too.
Oh, we got
see?
another one.
Brooklyn.
I'm from Flatbush.
Oh, I'm in the right place.
We know each other.
We got
from
something in
from
common,
the
though.
skating
We
rink.
got something in common. We ain't going back. I tell you what.
Hey, everybody have a good one.
All right, brother.
All right, God bless.
Yeah. So, but I'm a Miami native,
Okay.
really, you know. And so the cigar business, I'm a pilot for private jets, for private owners, and over the years I've been traveling. Obviously, everywhere I go, I visit cigar lounges, and you know, I've been more interested in not just talking to the customers in the lounge, but the owners. And I had an interest, and I'm like, you know, maybe one day I want to own a lounge. And somewhere along the way, I wound up making a blend, which was the Jungle Land blend with, you know, a manufacturer. And it started there and built on that. And, you know, I'm here with now multiple blends in a company.
Yes.
We're just over a year in business. And I have a fantastic factory and factory owner.
Okay.
And, you know, I just wanted to be authentic from the start. I'm not from a cigar family. My dad did smoke cigars when I was growing up, so that smell stayed with me. So
Okay.
the love of tobacco was always there from that. But you know, I wanted to be authentic in this business. I didn't want to claim that I'm from a cigar family. I'm a pilot. I'm a guy who loves cigars. I study tobacco constantly. Rather than watching TV, I watch documentaries on cigar factories and such. And yeah, and that's it. And here we are with some blends, some good blends and good people.
Now, I know we're talking cigars, but we're not going to skip over the fact that you're a pilot, and that's not an easy thing. So we're not going to skip over that. How long have you been flying?
I've been flying over 20 years, and
wow.
actually I'm here for training, and that's how we met in the first place.
Yes.
So this is not our first face-to-face
not at all.
by any means. And
Paparazzi, we got paparazzi over here.
Yeah.
I'll watch this later. Okay, so
yeah.
you've been doing it for 20 years now. Did
Yeah.
you do commercial prior to, or did you?
I didn't. I started out flying cargo and charter, and
Okay.
I never did airlines. It wasn't my thing.
Are you
And
military
guy? No, I did Coast Guard auxiliary flying when I was younger, but
What is that?
That wasn't active duty. So it was civilian portion of the Coast Guard where we assisted, kind of like the Civil Air Patrol. where we assisted the Coast Guard and flew search and rescue missions. And
Was
stuff
you always
like
getting
that
like a
with them.
stipend or some type of payment or recognition
Basically,
or time?
they recognition and they covered the costs, and they would pay for some training that we did, not
Interesting.
initial actual flight
Right,
training.
right.
You had to come in as a pilot already.
Oh,
And
okay.
so yeah, that was fun, great experience, and again, it's about the people you get to know and meet in the process.
And I'm kind of
So-
weird because I like to, we talk like, but we never put a time stamp on it. Like what year, what time was this around? Was it
Oh,
the 80s, 90s?
Yeah, 90s. Yeah.
The 90s.
Yeah. So
What got you into being a pilot? Was that something that was a dream or desire? Or just, how did that come about?
So funny enough is I years and years when I was younger, my older brother was in Atlanta at Emory and Emory University, and at the same time I had two cousins who were at chiropractic college, which was also in Atlanta area,
Okay.
becoming chiropractors, and I went to visit them, stay a few days with my brother, stay a few days with my cousin, and my one cousin happened to be a private pilot. And he took me for a flight in a little tiny Cessna,
Okay.
152 at the time, and so that stuck with me in my head.
And
then
that was the 80s?
this is probably easily. No, I was young at that time, so
70s.
prior to even probably 18 years
Hey,
old.
hold on. First of all, you could stop putting these. I don't like all these dates. He's kind of making it seem like it's an old person we're talking to here. Well,
yes, I don't remember.
Yeah, just say that. Look, I don't recall the
I
time
like
frame,
it, I
sir.
like it.
I just know it was
Okay.
a while ago.
A while ago.
It wasn't yesterday.
Okay.
How about that? It wasn't yesterday.
You know,
It wasn't
you know-
last week.
You know, because I relate to like, did he get it during 9/11? Was he scared?
No,
like,
this
I
is
don't-
prior,
yes, yeah.
way prior.
Yeah,
to any of
way,
that.
long, as Bernie Mac would say, long time ago. Long
Thank
time
you.
ago. You know, long time ago. Okay.
Because I wanted to be a pilot too, but 9/11 came out, I said, nah, I'm done.
Yeah, and it did, and a lot of people faced that during
Yeah.
9/11. But interestingly enough, that memory stuck with me. And then fate would have it that I later on, when I'm looking at college and what am I going to do with my life, always grew up. My father's a contractor doing renovations and remodeling,
Okay.
so I grew up with a hammer in my hand. Always construction work, and I was, became very good at it. Was going to go to chiropractic college myself. Now, I had gone to Atlanta to go to the prerequisite schools.
Right.
And sure enough, I wound up at the same airport that my cousin took me flying at and started taking lessons. Now, long story very short is that I wound up not winding up going to chiropractic college or not even aviation at that time because there wasn't a lot of jobs.
Right.
So I wound up back home later on and stayed in the construction business most of my life.
Okay.
So I didn't get into commercial aviation as a paid pilot till my 40s.
Was you
till my
smoking
early
cigars
40s.
during this time
Yeah,
period?
I always started smoking cigars, never to this level now.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
But always never smoked cigarettes. That wasn't my thing. But it wasn't. I would say over the last 20 years that it really has become passion and a regular.
I got a question.
Thank
Are
you.
you allowed to smoke a cigar and fly?
Depends on if you got enough money. That's your plane. You can do the hell you want
Yeah.
to do.
Oh, I thought it was some type of regulations in the cockpit or something like that.
There's no smoke in the airplane. But people who smoke and it's their airplane, they smoke in
Of
it.
course.
Oh, okay. I
I know
thought
some
it was
cats
some
who
kind
do.
of
Now,
federal
I'm not a big
regulations
fan of the
states
guy.
that are,
I know
you know,
Grant Cardone.
Theoretically, yes.
theoretically.
Yes.
Theoretically, yes,
yes.
but if I'm not going to tell my boss if he wants to smoke in his airplane that not
okay.
to smoke. You know.
Now, how do you? Okay, I know we stuck on these planes a little bit. We're gonna get to the cigars,
no,
but
no,
we're trying to get
no.
an understanding.
Please.
I like to give the listeners a little background on the individual, and it kind of walks us right into where we need to go with the cigar scenario. Now, you're a private pilot. Now, how does that work? Because I'm curious. My brain's always working like that.
You're with training. You have to go through your private pilot, your instrument rating to fly through the clouds. Then you need a multi-engine rating to fly more than one engine. Everything you have to get tested for written and then practical test. And you reach a point where you're a commercial pilot. Now, once you're a commercial pilot, it allows you to be paid to fly an airplane. So you can, but you're still, nobody's going to hire you because you don't have any experience. So
Right.
most people go and become an instructor. I continued flying and owned a small plane with some other people. So I
Okay.
built a lot of hours. And I was fortunate to get hired in a job without being an instructor. And then later down the road, what you do is once you reach a certain amount of time, like 1,500 hours, you get a rating called the airline transport pilot. So, and that doesn't mean you're going to the airlines. That's a it has nothing to do with it. It means your level of qualification is that of an airline pilot, and allows you basically the highest level in aviation that you can get. And but again, that's still those hours and experience is what gets you paid and gets you
Okay,
money.
that's what else I was thinking, like, as far as who your, I'm going to say client, who you fly for. How do they find you? Okay, if I'm a rich guy, say Stony hit it race, bing,
Right.
I'm rich. Now I want to give me a Gulfstream. You know, I got some money. I got millions coming in. Smoke World's doing good.
Right.
And I need a pilot. How do I find gentlemen, women, or individuals such as yourself to say, I need a pilot? Where do I go to find me a pilot?
So people usually generally, some owners buy the airplane, some owners get the pilot, hire a pilot who can manage the airplane. In my particular case, I work for two owners that share the airplane.
Okay.
Very, very successful gentlemen and
Obviously
great
so.
families.
That's a good idea. Share
Fantastic
one.
people. But they hired a management company to manage the airplane. And now I work essentially for the management company. And the management company does some charters a little bit on the side to help with additional revenue on the
Now,
airplane.
do you fly for those individuals
Yes.
as well?
Yes.
Okay.
So I fly a little too much. I need to be home selling cigars.
So you only cone this. United States, right?
No, we go to Canada, we go to Mexico, we go to
Wow.
Latin America. We could go to Europe. I haven't been to Europe yet, though. No.
Wow.
All right, we'll get back to the cigars now. We'll get back to the
That's
cigars.
okay.
So, now you say this company's been in existence for about a year now.
Just over a year. Yeah.
Just over a year. And my understanding, you wanted to start. You said you started up. You wanted to do a lounge because you kind of, it was like, okay, you said a lounge, and then you went to cigar. I'm like, okay, how did that happen? Went from the lounge ownership to saying, you know what, I'm gonna try to make a cigar. Fill us in on that a little bit.
Yeah, so I guess just the dream started there with the lounges. And I mean, to me, there's no place better than a cigar lounge. Just to me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You get to go hang out. Everybody's talking. It's not about class. It's not about your culture. It's about people getting together, having an experience together. And some of the best conversations I've ever had have been in cigar lounges. And I'm a dreamer. I'm a guy who's a dreamer. And I
you good, bro?
basically, you know,
have to
it
turn to
started with
Spider-Man.
a dream of having a lounge. And somewhere along the line, that's not practical for me in my profession.
Okay.
And it didn't really, it wasn't conscious thought for me that, you know what, I can't really do a lounge. It was just that I want to make a blend. You know, I
Okay.
started studying tobacco and cigars. And I also did my certification. I'm a certified tobacconist like Corey, but not a master tobacconist yet.
Okay.
So, but I started studying tobacco and stuff, and then wound up making the blend for the Jungle Inn, and that's how it started. And I one day thought, sitting at home or something, and about that grouchy monkey, and we have a dog. We had our dog who we sadly had to put to sleep recently, but we always called her Monkey Butt.
I was about to
And
ask
she
that.
had a bitchy resting face, so we
right.
always. So the grouchy monkey actually evolved from my rescue dog that we
Okay.
had for 9 years. And
That's an interesting name.
yes, and the grouchy monkey, and I had that logo in my mind, and I had an artist at that time. This is what I want. The first picture that came through to me that they did, that was,
That was it. First one.
Yes,
Boom.
and that's my brand. And you know, I joked, I think the last time we were here, I'm like, you got the cigar concierge, the luxury Kimpin, and you got the Monkey Man. And I'm like, yeah, man, I own it. I'm the Monkey Man.
Right, right.
Would
And
you ever
that's
come
all
up with
good.
like a cigar and like really name it Monkey Butt?
No, I don't
Have you
think
thought
I
about
would
that?
name it. No, I
I'm just throwing it out there because I see some weird stuff out there.
My fiance loves me to do stuff like that.
No,
So,
for real. I
yeah.
was thinking about doing like a nub or something like that.
They got the nub. They have the
Oh, you got
nub.
the nub already?
No,
The nub. Well,
I-
they have the nub cigar.
Right.
It's called the
No,
nub.
no, I'm saying a nub size cigar,
Oh,
little,
no.
little,
Okay.
little monkey butt.
Right. So,
Now, going back to your first blend. Now, did you blend something that you like to smoke, or
100%.
okay?
If
So
I'm going to invest in 3,000 cigars, I
in case
better
nobody
love
like
them.
them.
Just
At least
in
I
case.
like them.
No, 100%, and very lucky to that with that mentality that actually came out to be a very good cigar.
Now, what was your palate? Because the palate
So
changed.
my
I don't know if it's
balance,
still the same.
my
What was the
balance
palate when
really
you
a
created this
medium.
cigar?
So interestingly enough, met with so many different cigar manufacturers. Obviously, we have tons of them in Miami.
Right.
And I felt like a lot of the smaller factories were trying to duplicate a Cuban cigar. And again, my father's cigars, like I was just talking with you about, for instance, their cigars to me are like Cuban cigars. They're a Cuban family. That's their heritage. It's very authentic. You know what I mean? I wasn't about that. I wanted something to be very medium, like a solid medium.
Okay.
With a tad, when you say medium to full, yes, but not overly complex.
That's what I feel this one is.
Yeah, and again, it's designed that way because I
keep looking at it like, she said medium?
So use Padron as a
It's like-
as a shooting point, right?
Okay.
And when I smoke a Padron, whether it be the anniversary or his thousands series that he has, consistency throughout, nothing overly complex. And now they say that's a medium to full, right?
Yes.
But to me, it smokes as a medium, just to my palate.
It's like it's trying to get there, but it's not.
right,
But it's not. It's like, it's trying to get this one right here.
To a full.
Yeah, but it's not getting there.
It's
Okay.
not.
Got it.
Yeah.
And here's my issue, not issue, but my mentality with that. When I'm talking with my blender, when we're going to make a Maduro, people, I feel like cigar companies, Maduro means strong.
Yeah.
I don't think Maduro means strong. Maduro means
sweet.
flavor.
Yeah,
so
sweet,
let's
yeah.
keep this Jungle Land blend. Let's see what it does with a Maduro. Let's see what it does with Connecticut.
Now, for
Wrapper.
years, I thought the Maduro was a strong cigar. I thought
No.
the term.
No,
But that's not
Yeah,
supposed
you know,
to be.
yeah.
That's not supposed to be.
No, but that's the thing. That's unfortunate.
And most of
Folks
them
see a
are
dark
little,
cigar.
yeah. If you
They say,
start
"Oh,
smoking
dark,
and
it's
the
gonna
first
be
thing you
too
pick up is a
strong."
Maduro, it's gonna go in your head like, oh, this is.
Right. That's not overly.
right.
You taste the San Andreas
Yeah, yes,
wrapper in
yes.
that. That's the point.
Okay, so let's talk about what I'm smoking here because I'm loving this barber pole here. I love this. I love the wrapper. It's gold. It's got fancy on that one. There.
This is
How
our
you-
shipwrecked monkey.
Yeah,
The
you got
shipwrecked
fancy on
monkey.
that.
Wow.
It must have hit. Must be like a pirate and found some gold or something. So, tell me about this because this is a very unique cigar. From the looks, I'm loving the band on this because
Yeah,
I
it's
noticed the
crazy.
band on this one's got a little fancy here. Got a little fancy on.
What's
this
the price on this one?
So that's actually a $10 cigar.
Can't be.
Yes, it's a $10 cigar. So Miguel,
Smoke world prices?
Yeah, smoke world prices. bro.
Yep, smoke world prices.
Wow.
So and this is where I'm going to be going in the future with pricing
Okay.
because I'm about everybody being able to smoke our cigars anytime. Doesn't matter your economic
Right,
situation. So this is the brilliance of Miguel Pinto, the owner of MGE and Blender,
Okay.
who makes our cigars and also makes El Mago and Superior Standard and some other brands. He's brilliant. He's humble. He's a terrific guy. He's, his word is worth more than any amount of money. So this is the tobacco's from Jalapa Condega and Jalapa Condega. And what am I blanking and having a brain
Esteli.
fart? Esteli, thank
Esteli.
you. That's
Esteli.
where the Esteli
I
leaf
remember.
comes in.
I remember my studies.
Right.
From Florida?
But what's that?
What in Florida?
No, this is Nicaraguan.
Nicaragua.
All Nicaraguan tobacco. So the binder is Criollo Desflorado, where we talked about chopping off the leaf on the tobacco plant, producing more energy into the plant. And then the wrapper is what the gem is Habano and Oscuro. So this is, and people are loving it.
flavorful.
And I'm like, when Miguel helped me put this together, this is just, it was a
But that doesn't make sense to be a $10 cigar. It doesn't make sense.
Well, Miguel.
Oh, no. Oh, stop that. Hold on.
It doesn't
sir.
make
Wait,
sense.
what do you mean don't make sense?
Because people with this type of label will throw an extra $3 just because of the label.
Well, the label is fancy.
So
Yeah, this label is fancy.
So
The label
Miguel-
costs $10.
So Miguel said to me, "Do you want 3 people to smoke your cigar, or do you want 100 people to smoke your cigar?" And I said, "I want 100 people's cigar." He said, "Then price it right.
There you go.
Price it right. Put it in people's hands." I'm building this brand not for tomorrow. I'm not building it for next week. I'm building this brand for 5 to 10 years from now and 15 years from now to have
Nice.
a very
That's
good.
a great looking cigar.
And
If it smokes the way
no,
you're talking,
it's-
I don't.
It's very, very flavorful.
flavor right,
Very, yes,
right? Good
yes.
flavor. That's
Very
that's
flavorful.
our most complex of our bands, our blends at this point in time.
Okay.
So,
Now, what's your favorite out? I mean, do you have a favorite out of your blend?
yeah, I'm smoking
brand
my
here.
favorite, my Habano. I'm just my profile likes this, but I love picking up my Connecticut too, because
Okay.
when you're smoking 4 or 5 a day,
I was about to ask that question. I mean, you smoking a day.
you desire a change of flavor.
Okay.
And then when I pick up that, and I do this after meals with the
So this is like
the
when you
shipwreck.
dinner, after dinner cigar.
Because I want to make sure I'm nourished, I'm hydrated,
Right.
because it has more strength than these.
This
Do
is a
you
very
do
good cigar.
you skip days when you want to try to find a blend so your palate is like you don't skip days. You just keep.
They just keep. It's like I'm gonna get a machine that just rotates.
right to the next
Go
one.
right to the next one.
But now, based on your job, your schedule, I guess obviously how much time depends on where you're going as far as time frame when you're landing.
Right.
How much of a layover you got a layover there or not. So it's a lot going on there when you're a pilot. Because I sat on planes for many years myself as a security person, air marshal job.
Yes.
I did that for 6 years. So I understand the flying up and down scenario. But again, timing is everything. Because a lot of times, once I get somewhere, I might get there late. Of course, delays when you're dealing with commercial aviation.
Mm-hmm.
Everything happens. A delay, rock on the goddamn
Right.
runway, then we get delayed 2 hours. I'm supposed to get there at 9 o'clock at night, now we get to 12 o'clock. But I always had my cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Then you travel with a partner or two, and they're kind of corny most of the time. They don't want to do nothing, go to sleep. I need a cigar. I want to relax, get my head right, because I can't just go to sleep. So based on all that, I say all that to say, you say you smoke normally about maybe 3 to 4 cigars a day.
A little more. Yeah.
A little more.
Well, nobody's, I mean, no
Yeah.
snitching. We don't snitch on each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
We don't snitch. So,
Snitches get
Mind your
stitches.
yeah, right, that part.
You mind your business.
So do you fly every day or
No.
Several times a week,
And
possibly.
when I do fly, the beauty of it is my crew. I have a flight attendant and a co-pilot.
Okay.
The good thing is I've worked my way to be the boss. I'm the captain.
Gotcha.
So they know when we land the plane where to find me out in the front of the place.
Okay.
Smoking while
Gotcha.
he's securing the airplane and everything such. So and
okay,
he's
so you still
terrific.
get to do
He's
it.
amazing.
Okay, so you still get to do what you need to do.
Yeah, he's actually from here.
Really?
His family lives here in Wilmington.
Okay.
Terrific. He's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, so now you look. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
go ahead, sketches.
how come somebody like you that always want to get a quick smoke don't come up with a cigarello?
So it's in the works. Yeah, it's in the works. So the problem is being maybe, well, I won't say officially ADHD, but let's just say I got this mind always going, and there is challenges in bringing on a new blend. So depending on how I'm going to market it, if I want to fully market a new blend, we got bands, we got boxes, we got a lot of factors and costs that go into it. I am very fortunate. I am the only owner of the company.
Okay.
There's no investors. I'd like to keep it that way.
Okay, I was going to ask.
You know
okay.
what I mean? Yeah, if I can, I had so much respect for. I did the Orlando Boutique Cigar Festival
Yes.
just recently with my fiance, and there were so many people that there were 4 or 5 of them, and that's their brand, and that's
Okay.
a lot of pockets and a lot of plates
emotions,
to
a
put
lot of
food on.
emotions.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So-
So I'm going to ask that question because a lot of us listening, or again, most people, I might be wrong for saying most, but I feel good for saying most. Most people who smoke cigars, you can't tell me they don't think about, oh, I can make cigars. I can start selling cigars and making cigars. You actually did it, and I spoke to people who've done it. And I always want to get the perspective of the pros and cons. If someone's listening to this right now, like, yeah, that's a great idea. I knew I'm going to do it. What would you tell them? What are some of the things you learned on this journey?
There lies the best question, probably so far, right? But the reality is, because we all, I think everybody wants to have a cigar brand. There's so much to it. It became, when I was younger, it was all about flying. There was a certain passion there. I've reached the pinnacle of my career. I'm an experienced captain. My passion has shifted at some point in time to all about cigars and tobacco.
Okay.
You have to have 110% passion about this
Okay.
to do it, because I live, breathe. Everything is always about the cigars and my brand and my business. So it takes a lot more than you think. Remember, there's bands, there's boxes, there's licenses, there's communication that has to happen with so many different factors and different people and such. So there really is a lot to it. It has been the most fun I've had for me in a long time, but make no mistake about it. I'm not out at bars and hanging out.
Right.
When I'm watching TV, I'm working on my business.
Okay.
Always, constantly.
So you have to be focused and dedicated.
You have to want to do it 24/7. If you
Okay.
want to do it 24/7, it's a big investment to do it right.
Now, how often do you get to go to, I guess, Nicaragua to go? Because you want to kind of sit down with these folks.
Oh, absolutely.
And build that relationship.
It's in your relationship is everything
Yes.
in this business. It's everything. Example, in the next couple months, when our airplane goes down for paint, my fiance and I are going to go down to Nicaragua. That's our great opportunity to make a couple new blends while we're there.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a
and
cigarillo.
Maybe a cigarillo. And I'm a cigarillo guy because I like...
Really?
Yeah,
Because...
I want to get in and get out sometimes.
No, and I'm like sitting out in front. I know I got about 20 minutes
Right.
till we're all done and going to the hotel.
Right.
Cigarillo is the perfect smoke for it.
Yes.
Now the right size cigarillo. We want a decent size.
When I mean cigarette, I'm not talking about the little cigarette.
That's what she
I'm talking
said.
about,
That's what she said. Right side.
like something in between, you know.
Sorry,
Hey,
sorry,
hey,
I shorted
hey,
you.
Yeah, right. Sorry to disappoint you.
Imagine getting a cigar half the size of that. Come on, son.
Well, that's the thing.
Come on,
I never really
son.
got into cigarillos for me
Yeah.
personally. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm
They
being
pack
against
up. Some of them pack a nice.
Yeah, no, I have had
good
some. That's
punch.
true, but I don't know. Because I understand what you're saying. You want to, maybe you got a short ride. Because I smoke my car. I don't know. If you
I do
guys-
too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm like, it's my car. I have my cigar. Am I saving this car? I don't want this to smell like
I
cigars.
smoke it right off the runway.
Right up.
No matter what kind of car.
Yeah,
I got.
I don't
It's
care
my
what
car.
it is.
I'm the guy who smokes a cigar on the way to the lounge to smoke a cigar.
Right. I mean, and continue on. Once that get
Right.
done, you do cigar etiquette.
Right.
Go buy your cigars and keep it moving.
No, this is a conversation I had with Miguel recently. What should I be doing next? You know what I mean? And he brought up the bundles and cigarillo idea, but looking at different vitolas and what would be the most attractive thing. And I have a tendency to think about what I like, which is not always the best, maybe the best business decision. The fortunate thing is I like what most cigar smokers like, so I'm lucky that way. You know what I mean?
Now, I'm not going to say the person's name, but they're a popular cigar entity and a person. And we sat down and he talked to folks who were thinking about starting, cigar business and brand. And he said to them, maybe, he didn't even say maybe. The bands, he was saying, think about the bundles. He said bundles. I know people think bundles a lot of times. They see that and think generic,
Right.
inexpensive. But as far as you being the owner, a lot of folks don't understand what happens as far as the expense that goes into this. Look, I see that band like, well, that's a beautiful band. You got to pay for that band.
Right.
You got to pay for that band. That band got to be put on the cigar. If you got boxes, those boxes cost money. So there's a lot of expenses that go into putting this together.
And time.
Yes.
Because if you ordered boxes or cigars, you're probably looking at 3 months to 5 months to get your boxes for your cigars.
So is
So
that something you would
wow.
even think about doing?
That
Saying,
is
I would
crazy.
have bundles. Because
Right.
once you get your name out there,
Right.
obviously this person is there who they are. But once your name is out
Right.
there, would that be something you think about?
No, absolutely. And,
Okay.
and I talked about it with Miguel. I'm looking at, but my only thing with me is, and I'm not looking to be economical at any point. And I learned this from Nick from El
Well, I got to stop you right there. Why not? Why not?
Because I always design everything for myself.
Okay.
Honestly, and to me,
you fancy,
I
huh?
want the best.
Okay. Hair done,
I
nail
want the
done.
best. So that's why everything I spend more money on boxes, presentation, stickers for my customers, challenge coins. Give them more that like a Cracker Jack box, but better. When you
Okay.
get your box,
Yeah.
and there's
Like
all kinds
cereal
of goodies
days.
in there.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And
prize.
I learned that from Nick with El Mago, because he does the tubes, for instance, in his cigars. Now those cost more money. So if you're still getting, let's say, $14 a stick, it's costing him literally almost $2 for each tube.
Yes.
Right. But I'm not cutting corners. I design every single thing with my company thus far, and the way I want to keep it is I'm designing it like I'm the consumer. What I want. And like, for instance, if I'm going to do these bundles, I already designed bands. most people do the bundles without the bands and
Right.
just put a sticker on the outside. I feel like every one of my cigars that somebody's going to smoke, I want my band on it. I want that
Brand
monkey on it.
recognition, yeah,
It's
brand
just what I
recognition,
want,
right.
you know?
Okay.
So every customer to me should get what as much as I desire for myself.
Okay, because I'm going to say, what someone tell you, like, hey, man, you can't smoke that, buddy. You only can smoke the cigar. You can't smoke the band. You can't smoke the box. You can't smoke the tube. They go down the whole list.
Is there validity to that? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Am I doing it the most economical way? No. I'm not worried about that. I want to build it, like I said, for
Right
10
now,
years
right.
from now. And so I designed bands for it, and it's actually going to be called the Mystic Monkey. And already
Mystic Monkey.
yeah,
Okay,
and I
Mystic
did some
MM.
Oh, the Mystic
pretty
Monkey.
badass bands too, man.
Mr. Monkey.
And I got to figure out how to get them on such small cigars. You know what I mean? That's why I may not do the cigarillo on the first run, but well, and I'll
So
if
we,
I find
you
it.
thinking
but-
2026, the cigarello may be coming out. You said.
Oh yeah, definitely.
okay.
But
What?
it may not be a cigarillo. It's no, maybe by the sooner than that. I may get to the band ordering. So that's what the bands look like.
Oh, that's nice. No, that's nice.
Yeah. So and then it's got a matching sticker, which is also like a band. You know, you can
okay.
do things less expensive, but this is not the way I roll. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do that's
Oh, yeah,
gonna
you
go on
get
the
fancy.
outside of the
Okay,
bundle.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm mad at you. Hey.
And it to me, presentation is so
Okay.
important.
Oh, yeah,
for,
this is
Well, listen, like I said, I know what to keep because I know you got to get ready to go. But
Yeah, we're good.
so I'm going to ask you this question, which I ask all my guests: is there anything before we shut down these microphones that we didn't ask you that
Well, I got
we didn't want
one.
to go through?
please.
Yes,
Because we
sir.
always hear the success stories. Did you ever fail in this?
Yeah, you make mistakes for sure. but
What's the highest mistake? Like I never should have. You ain't got to save it. That's gonna,
No,
you know.
no.
You know, I had to throw away 1,000 cigars because,
No,
you know,
I
yeah.
never had anything like that.
Oh.
You know, I honestly haven't made that bad of mistakes, but I'm a believer in mistakes as part of life, and I'm not a dweller. I've lost very good jobs before, and
Right.
when I'm driving away from hearing that I lost a job, I'm on the phone making
Yeah,
the
right.
next. I'm not one to sit and dwell.
Got it.
So,
okay.
but we must make mistakes to grow. That's part of growth. And you know, you listen to the stories of these big cigar companies and the stuff that they've had to endure.
yeah.
It's impressive. You know, that's why it's good to learn history.
And that's the thing. Like you see, I always say, you see their glory, but you don't know the
Yeah,
backstory.
your backstory, yeah.
And they just see, oh man, you guys are killing it. Like you have no idea where it came from. Even it's like relationships.
Right.
People that's been married for 50 years. You're like, 50 years, 60 years. Wow. You sit down with them, tell you like, well, this wasn't always gonna make it.
Right.
So it's always a backstory to how folks got to where they
And
were.
I
at.
think I learned from the big mistakes in my life prior to ever being in this business to learn to listen. Because learning to listen will help you avoid big mistakes. You know?
Nice.
So
So now, where can we find these cigars, brother?
So
Tell us
these-
where we can find these cigars.
these cigars are now online, grouchymonkeyscigars.com. And next venture for us is working our way into lounges
Okay.
in growth. We're also in the Black Box Cigar Club and talking to the Wolfpack Cigar Club now and hopefully be in their rotation as well. Was very hesitant. I've heard this statement, slow is fast. And
Yeah, fast is
we're
slow, slow is
growing
fast.
We're growing nicely, and I want to keep it. I don't ever want to be overly busy to where it's not controllable, and
Okay.
we're not going to ever, have quality go down because I tried to grow fast and got greedy. That's
Gotcha.
not.
Are you
that's not
going to
gonna
the
happen.
conference?
The PCA? I don't know about the PCA yet. I'm focusing mostly on my fiance and I doing smaller events. Maybe we'll do the Macon Cigar Fest. We're doing the
I'm thinking
Miami.
if you went to the PCA, you could just go as.
Go to learn.
Right, instead of trying to settle, because that thing's
Right.
expensive.
Yeah.
They're
Right.
robbing people down
I-
there.
I
It's
still need that
I love
pay-
y'all PCA, but y'all robbing people at them tables and booths.
It's yes, yes.
Like,
It's
what, man? How much-
$15,000.
Yeah, Rick, this size
I
table.
can't do that.
Yeah, give us 25,000.
That's what I mean.
What?
Just going as just to watch how.
Yeah,
to,
kind of get
no,
an idea
and
how it works and operates.
My issue is that I need that paycheck.
Yes, yes.
So I have to prioritize and
Absolutely.
make sure that that's my schedule, and the schedule permitting, shall we say, I try to attend whatever I can.
Okay, now social media. What social media platforms are
So
you?
I'm on Facebook with Grouchy Monkey, and then I have
Okay.
my personal, which I really
So
just
Grouchy
use.
Monkey, is it anything special? Grouchy Monkey,
Yeah,
one word?
Yeah, Grouchy, I believe so. You actually caught me off guard there. It's easy to find, and then there's Instagram. We have
Right, right.
Instagram and TikTok. Monkey Man. We're looking at YouTube in the future and LinkedIn.
So
I
it's
try
Monkey
to
Man
do-
on TikTok.
Yes, it's Monkey, Man on TikTok.
Okay,
So,
okay.
and I'm in all the cigar groups, most of them.
I'm just going to jump in here real
Please.
quick, y'all. What's going on, Smoke World Podcast? It is the Cigar Concierge. I want to tell you that from her firsthand experience, these Grouchy Monkey cigars have to be one of the best cigars I've tasted. Good construction, good
Powerful
pull.
statement.
I like high combustion cigars. Okay, from the cold draw to lighten it up. I always do the stokeless light. Y'all come check me out for that. But I always light the cigar a little bit, let it a little bit return back to the gods, and I stokeless light it. And when you take that first puff, you taste a little bit of the passion. You taste a little bit of the passion that Hyman puts into this product. From the way the cigars are blended to the artwork to all of the promotions, it is a very, very good stick.
Well, thank
I
you.
have to
Coming
second
from
this.
you, that means
Yes,
the world.
absolutely.
And
Yeah, it's a great
Corey
burn.
knows his history because cigars and the smoke of tobacco was used in spiritual ceremonies. This is the beginning of
Yes.
this amazing, industry, I say, but more so tobacco in itself.
That's just my 2 cents.
And that brings
I'll take
everyone
Together. Yes.
Well, Hyman, thank you for being a guest, brother. We appreciate you. Thank you. Come back anytime. You're ready.
Every
So
6
when you-
months, you're
yes,
stuck with
listen,
me.
You can come back
Come
even
for
more than that.
training.
So every 6 months, let's lock that in. Let's make that happen.
Thank you.
When you do come for training, we're going to record.
Love
And
it.
I want to get you on the video. We're doing video, starting a new season with the video. Get you on video.
Hopefully, you can
so they can
smoke
see your pretty
cigarellos.
face.
We can smoke those cigarellos in the next 6
yeah,
months.
yeah.
We can
I'm
launch it.
I'm going to be thinking about you when I'm at home and I'm
Man,
in the
I
factory,
always
so
want a cigarello, man.
Yeah.
I really I don't buy them.
I just like
because I
like
can't-
them too.
It's not a lot of places that.
Oddly enough,
Yeah.
she has a good assortment of the tins and stuff.
I saw the
for-
tin. I don't want the tins.
You just want the cigars.
I don't,
Yeah,
I
that
don't want
part.
the tins.
Yeah, mind you. But well, folks,
Yeah.
there you have it. SmokeWorldPodcast.com is the website. We appreciate you guys listening. We don't take for granted when we turn these mics on that there's somebody's listening. So we thank y'all. Love y'all. We check y'all on
Wait,
the other
wait,
side.
wait.
Whoa,
How
whoa,
many,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
How
whoa.
many different cigars you have?
I'm honored. So we have the Jungle Land in 3 different wrappers: Habano, Connecticut, Maduro. 2 different Vitolas, box press, Super Toro, I call it, 6.5 by 54. A Robusto in all 3 of those, 5 by 50, which is a parejo, a round. And
Oh.
then we have the Funky Monkey, which is a 6 by 60 Ecuadorian Habano wrapper cigar, which is probably one of our better sellers. And the Shipwreck Monkey we talked about, is in our profile. We also have one of the best candelas you will ever taste called the Distinguished Ape. And it has tobacco from Albuquerque. The Distinguished Ape. Yeah, this is the fun of this.
Yes,
We're not gonna
that's
have
what people
fun.
do. They laugh and they say,
Yeah,
"What?"
what?
And then they try. I'm like, oh,
Right.
wow,
Wow.
this is
Yes,
really
yes,
serious.
yes.
This is a
good.
great burn, man.
This is serious. But again, folks, we thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. See you guys on the other side.
Peace.
It's the Smoke World Podcast. It's time to talk about what's happening, baby. So run, don't cry.